And what the hell is that? So I wasn't prepared to do this live. Um, Welcome back to the Prison Yard TV. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that like and share button. Go ahead and do it now. This is just off the fly. I wasn't planning on coming back on here till tomorrow evening, but I wanted to give you guys a chance. Earlier, there was a lot of comments. There was a lot of comments on the video I did. What's up, Daniel? What's going on, man? And so I wanted to give you guys a chance to ask the questions you want to ask. I see a lot of. I was warned about this when I started this channel about all the derogatory statements that people don't really know. People, some of the people I could tell never been to California prison system. They might have been to jail or something, so they're questioning a lot of things. So I wanted to give you guys a chance to ask me any question you wanted, and I'm gonna answer it as truthfully as I can. Um, and we could get into some topics. I got some topics written down, but where's Thumper at? What's up, bro? Daniel, where you from, man? You from Sac? You from Sacramento, homie? Um, yeah, a couple of these cats hit me from another channel today, and they asked me to get on their channel and clarify some things, and I denied their invitation. Some war stories. Nah, tonight ain't about war stories. Dr. Mabior. We're not going to talk about war stories right now. You from what part of Sac you from, Daniel? Today is a Q&A. We're just going to do a Q&A for the viewers. I had a lot of feedback earlier. And to Sabrina in I think it's Delaware. Was that who commented earlier? So the north. Oh yeah, I remember you from earlier. So we're just doing a Q&A, and then I'll get into a little bit of content later on. But yeah, Sabrina, to answer your question on your comment earlier, no, I'm not married, but you're like a world away from me. And I'm not in a long distance relationship. You've been throughout the city, huh? Okay. Have Hey, Daniel, how old are you, bro? I know I'm asking some weird ass questions, but I have a reason to ask these questions because I see your comments. You seem kind of mature. I'm just asking for my own personal reason, nothing specific. So yeah, Sabrina, no, I'm not married. I've been married 3 times. Never plan on getting married again. Um, so you're 35. Yeah, I can tell you ain't no youngster, homie. I appreciate your support, Daniel. If you guys haven't already shared and like this, can you please share and like this? Banners. Yeah, Mr. Doc. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking me about SIBO and Mr. Doctor. A lot of you cats that are probably 40 and under probably don't never heard of Mr. Doctor, but he used to be from 29th Street and he used to rap. But like I told the cats that asked about him, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing nothing on that cat. He don't come around no more. He ain't around. He's I haven't seen him or talked to Mr. Doctor since 94 or 95. We're gonna leave that at that. And SIBO, well, SIBO's in Arizona, and he was just here a couple weeks ago. I didn't see him or talk to him. Did anybody put a candy bar on your pillow? Steve, what the hell are you talking about? This is my good friend right here, Steve Benefield. He be asking the weirdest questions. A candy bar on my pillow. Well, I don't know what that means, Steve. 35 minutes to all out the city. Steve, I can't believe you're awake right now. You got to go to work early in the morning. I'm gonna go grab that for you tomorrow after my dentist appointment, bro. Okay. Renee, I just answered that question. No, I'm not married. I've been married 3 times. Not plan on getting married no time soon. You are in the Harbor area. Oh, you're in California, huh? How old are you? No, don't answer that. Hit my email. My email's in my description on my channel. Um, I'm not looking to be in no relationship. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So if that's what you're looking for, we're not gonna do that. Um, I mean, I don't mind being friends. We can be friends, but I'm not really trying to be in no relationship with nobody. Comments, banners, banned. Okay, so there was a lot of questions earlier about well comments. I'm gonna say this. There was a lot of comments about a few people said everybody that gets on here and talks about prison politics always claims to have the keys to the yard. And I can tell you this. Um, what I represent when I was in prison, NC, still a gang, or is it all banked up now? VC. Okay, first time in from the Boulevard Soccer in my 50s. What's up, homie? Raymond M. First time in from the Boulevard Soccer in my 50s. What's up, homie? Yeah, my uncles and a couple of my cousins are from the Boulevard, bro. If you're in your 50s, you know Sick Rick Gonzalez, uh, Junior Gonzalez, Roman Gonzalez, and Manuel Gonzalez. Them are my uncles. I got a couple cousins from over there. So, yeah, I'm very familiar with the Boulevard. My family was raised off of 36th Street. Is Garden Block Crip still a gang or is it all banked up now? So, as you guys know, when I first started gangbanging, it wasn't called Garden Block. So there was 4 or 5 individuals in YA that added the Garden Block Crip to 29th Street. And I believe it was SIBO, Big Cisco, Dooney, and somebody else was it Carl Holton. and they ultimately added the Garden Block Crip to 29th Street. So is it still a gang? Of course. It's probably going to live on forever. People's kids' kids are going to be from there. And I don't condone that shit. Straight up. I don't condone the gang mentality, the waste of time I spent on gang banging. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone with two of my homies right now. They're my age. One's a little bit, both of them are a little bit older. Big Evil and DJ Deladier. They just called me right now, right before I got on here. And they kind of encouraged me to get on here. Is it true about the South and North calling a truce in the prisons? Oh, so let me elaborate on this, Joseph Torres. Yes, it's very true. Southsiders and Northerners, they're not selling up yet. I've talked to people in Quentin, New Folsom, Delano, and Tehachapi. And Tehachapi really didn't have no input, but I can tell you this: the North and the South, they're playing handball together, they're working out together, and they're eating together. So yes, there is in the hostilities in California prison system on level 4s and level 3s. I don't know too much about level 2s and level 1s, but yes, the North and the South is called the in the hostilities. It's a truce, and there's no red on blue crime with no Mexican gangs in prison right now. I don't know how long that's going to last. Hopefully it'll last a long time. But yeah, there is a truce. It's called the in the hostilities. Let me see, what is this? 805, huh? Gardenland, Northgate, homies. Wait a minute, I thought you was from the Boulevard, Raymond M. You talking about Northgate Boulevard? You from Northgate? I thought you was from Franklin. You said the Boulevard, that's what Chrysler Technician 805. You know my boy Dirty Weather, Dirty Weather. No, where's yeah, you Raymond, you from why'd you say Gardenland, Northgate, homie? Oh, you hollering at them? You know my boy Dirty Weather 916. Dirty Weather, where's Dirty Weather from? Droops, Dog Life Gangster. Where's Dirty Weather from? So is that a yep, Raymond M? Do you know the individuals I named? You said yeah. That means you're from Franklin or South Sacramento. I want to know who Dirty Weather 916 is. I know Big Dirt, but he don't go by no Dirty Weather. Dirt from Del Paso. Yeah, I know Dirt from the Heights. I didn't know he went by Dirty Weather, though. I never heard that. Yeah, I try to keep it as authentic as possible, Droops. You're from the Heights, homie? How old are you, Droops? Was you in there when NC started? Yeah. NC started in DVI. And let me so my memory sometimes I'm off by a year or two, but I believe NC started in DVI in 1994. I think it was in 94 or 93. Yeah, I pro'd in 93. I pro'd in 93 and I went on the run from the gate. So Jacking for Life Records. So you know about NC business then. You from Stockton? I'm from Fresno, my guy. Me and Dirty are really tight. It was just in Sac. Oh, you was just in Sac a few days ago. So wait a minute. What part of Fresno you from? You from Strata or the U? You know Most Hated, Lil Chris? That's my dude. He was my celly for a long time in Solano and CMC, and then his channel is called Dirt. Oh, You talking about do with the channel? No, I heard of Dirty Weather. He got a YouTube channel. I don't know him personally because the name Gardens came up different. Gardens just soccer shit. Two sagas. The name Gardens came up different. Gardens of soccer. I don't know what you're saying. I'm a bulldog. Oh, you're a bulldog. So you know Kabubi and Boy and Crackers and I know Kabubi and Boy. I never met Crackers, but I know Kabubi and I know Boy and I know Jesse the boxer. Jesse's probably 46, 47. I don't know if Kabubi's still alive. I know Boy's still alive. Do you know Champ? Droop's Dog Life Gangster. Oh, I should have known you. You do? You know Kabubi or Boy, Droops? I'm gonna show you something right now, bro. Boy did this on my stomach. Boy put this on my stomach in 1991 before they took off on the Northerners. Yeah, Boy could tattoo, man. I lived next door to him, and he ripped me up in my stomach in 1991. And then in 92, they rushed the Northerners over there by everyone was lined up to go in. They lined up by the pool steps, and they rushed them. They got busy, too. I ain't gonna lie. They got busy. Hey, Droops, do you know Champ? 2-9. Hey, do you know Champ from Fresno? Gardens came up different. Gardens. Garden South Garden and North South. You know OG. Yeah, I hear you. Champ. I met him in Pleasant Valley, homie, and we had a ride with you guys, man. I started the ride over a $50 green dot, bro, and I kind of regret that, but you guys were just running that yard crazy. When I was in Pleasant Valley in 2014, you guys were off the chain. It was over 200 of you guys, 250 of you guys there, and you guys used to get drunk on the yard and just whoop. And me and like 8 to 10 people took off on Champ. And it was a riot. All the blacks except the IE car came. And they got me up out of there that night. They came to transfer me. They didn't even take me to the hole. They came to my cell at 2 a.m. East Los good stuff. Jesse Sanchez, good looking, bro. Where is he from? He's from Fresno. He's a bulldog, bro. And he used to box. He was a boxer. Well, he claimed to be. I don't know if he used to box it, but that's what the word was on the yard. Damn, I wasn't even born yet. Oh, you're 28, Droops? So Champ is probably right now, Champ is probably 10 years older than you. He was in 2014. I think he was in his 30s. Good looking. Oh, you from East Los? Good stuff. Hey, what hood you from East Los, man? Is G Parkway still GBC? So G Parkway was never Garden Block. We had homies over there in the 90s, getting money, but that's not where we're from. G Parkway is like, let me see, probably like 2 or 3 miles away from my hood. But G Parkway had their side of G Parkway. It's the projects. So we had the front side. We used to get money over there, and they had the back side by the alley. But G Parkway is not in Garden Block. It's in South Sacramento, though. A lot of cases were caught over there at G Parkway, homie, in the mid 90s. A lot of cases. Oh yeah, I hear you, Drew. BC. I answered your question right now. Yeah, Garden Block is not in G Parkway. At one time, we was really funking with G Parkway, but we're not funking with them no more. The whole I knew this question was coming. Talk about Mr. Doctor. A lot of people been requesting me to talk about Mr. Doctor, the rapper from 29th Street. And what I could say about Mr. Doctor is, yeah, Raymond, over the train tracks is totally different. So let me give you guys this about Mr. Doctor, and then I'm gonna leave that alone. So Mr. Doctor was a rapper, and he was from my hood. So he got jumped by Broderick Boys in West Sac in the early 90s. And he called somebody from my hood that went over there and handled it for him, and he got a life sentence. And so Mr. Doctor kind of like fell off a little bit because the homie Zoe, Lonzo Joseph, caught a murder case over Mr. Doctor. So when he did that, is Mr. Doctor a white dude, right? He's not white, bro. Mr. Doctor's not white. I think he's a half breed. I think he's half black and half Mexican. But yeah, so I'm not gonna get into the whole political thing about Mr. Doctor. He don't come around at all. No, I don't even know if he's in Sacramento. I know he tried to put another song or something out a couple years back, but I don't mess with Mr. Doctor. Just put it like that. And I hope you guys know what I'm saying. My homie got life over him. He called the homie up and he went over there and shot someone and killed him. We ain't gonna get into all that. Pull up from time now. But yeah, Dirt is my guy. So Dirt is your guy. I'm gonna have to check his channel out, man. I heard about his channel. What gym does he work at? 24-hour fitness, family fitness. Which one? Is he in the fitness and shit? Is he a personal trainer? I need him right now. Why the ER didn't ride? Dre Graves. So I'm gonna go over this story one more time for you guys. So I get to Pleasant Valley, and it was a level 3 yard. I was on B yard. And if you guys know about L from Prisoners Awakened, he was in my building with me. So when I get to Pleasant Valley, the first thing I notice when I'm coming across the yard with my property is barking. All these dudes. I didn't know Pleasant Valley was the Bulldog stronghold before I got there. I heard about it, but I didn't know B yard was their stronghold. So when I got there, I heard them barking. And when I get over there to where my homies are at, there's a confrontation between East Coast Crips and the Bulldogs, and these Bulldogs are thick. They're the thickest on the yard, and they're brave. They're very vocal and they're brave, and they call this East Coast cat the N-word. And right there, I thought I wasn't even going to make it to my building. I thought it was going to go up. It didn't go up. So when I got to my building, I came off orientation. I asked, the homies. We was pretty thick there. The NC car, I think we was 18 to 20 thick, but we had outsiders in our car too that really wasn't pushing NC. And I was the oldest NC there. So I'm not claiming I had the keys, but I had the last say so. Like, we take votes on stuff. NC takes votes. The majority rules on NC. So there's really not one shot caller, but they respected my opinion. And what happened was my little homie Sadiddy, he goes by Criminal. He's a little short dude. He's like maybe 5'1", and he backflips and he can almost slam dunk. He's very athletic. And what happened was he gave a Bulldog a $50 green dot for some weed. The Bulldog went back in his building. He never came back out. The next day he came back out and he gave my homeboy the green dot or PayPal, whatever it was. And my homie's like, this ain't the one I gave you. There was an argument over it. So I went to Champ because Champ had the keys for the Bulldogs. I don't know if he had the keys, but he was like a voice for him. So I went to Champ and told him, man, to the chat. I used to live in Sacramento. So what happened was I went to Champ's cell. He was in my building. And L from Prisoners Awakened, he'll confirm this whole story. I already went over this with him. He remembers everything. So what happened was I went to Champ's door, and Champ was like, man, dog, I'll take care of it. So this was a Monday. or Tuesday. He told me to take care of it by Friday. Well, Friday came, he never said nothing to me. So what I did was I called all the buildings and I told all the homies to come out on Saturday. If you guys know Pleasant Valley, you have to have a work card to come out on the weekend. Well, I knew all the Bulldogs that have a work card that they was going to be as thick on Saturday and Sunday as they were on the weekdays. So we went out there with our knives, we put our phones up, and at Pleasant Valley, they got horseshoe pits, and you could go check out the horseshoes. And I told the homies, go get the horseshoes, right? 4 horseshoes, and you know what horseshoes could do. So I told my homie Vamp, and I told Sadiddy, and I told a dude Black, and I told a dude Tino from Stockton to walk across the yard, go around the bay card, and come across the yard. Now, you got to remember, I told you the Bulldogs were thick. They had 3 tables on the yard. That's how thick they were. We had 1, and it was by the basketball court. So I told them to go approach Champ and the individual that he gave the green dot to, and if he says anything derogatory, just take off on him, and we're right behind him. Well, the thing was, I was supposed to inform all the blacks on the yard what I was going to do, and I didn't. I informed a cat named L from Compton Front Hood, and I informed the East Coast car, and I informed the Bay car. One dude in the Bay car, he didn't go tell everyone. He didn't think it was going to happen. The IE car, the Bloods from SAC, they came. They was there immediately. And instead of my homie approaching Champ and the other guy and talking to him, they all 4 started jogging across the yard, and they jumped up. The Bulldogs was playing pinochle or chess. They jumped up and drop kicked the whole table. Like 2 individuals just drop kicked 2 individuals at the table. So it immediately went up. I ran over there. I had a cane and I had a knife strapped to my hand. The homie Tino had a horseshoe, and somehow 2 Bulldogs got the horseshoe from him, both horseshoes, and they beat the shit out of the homie Tino from Stockton. He's the only one that was black that came to the chow hall when we was cuffed up that was fucked up. But yeah, we took off on them. I want to say August or September. It was hot as hell in Pleasant Valley, and I already was up for transfer, even though I stayed there 6 months. But I went up for transfer because they had valley fever there, and they came by everyone's cell, asked them if they wanted to transfer. I was susceptible to valley fever, and they had COs, nurses, and inmates dying from valley fever. So I was already up for transfer. Do the LA Crips treat the SAC Crips different? Okay, VC. I'm gonna tell you this. So we do our own thing, but we're really connected with 60s and Harlem, with neighborhood. So we really, when we need Harlem or 60s, I sell with a lot of Harlem and a lot of 60 cats. When we need assistance, that's where we get assistance from. When they need assistance, they come to us and get assistance. We run a more of a, we're not a loose cannon crew in prison. NC aren't loose cannons, and we're known not to be loose cannons. We don't just, we got a little bit of politics behind us. We're a little bit different than all the rest of the Crips in there. Damn, sounds like a little good one. Yeah, that riot right there, homie, in Pleasant Valley, it was a, and I don't know if you guys know, in Pleasant Valley, the police, they don't run the riots, and they don't break riots or fights or stabbings up. They walk and they surround you. So it was about a 7 or 8 minute riot, and a lot of people got hurt. The Bulldogs wasn't expecting that, and they wasn't 250 deep on the yard that day. I think they was like 100 deep, but all the blacks came except IDs, so it was like even. Yeah, we got busy that time. We really got busy. Tell us about GBC and G-Mob Funk. James Smith. So as of a few months ago, the whole South area in Sacramento was together. South Sac, Iraq. I'm older now. I don't get involved in that shit, but I do know this. My little homies, G-Mob, Gutter Gas, 30 Gang, Valley High, all South area was together. But because of the incident downtown where the 3 homies killed them people, I don't think that 29th Street, certain individuals, 29th Street and Garden Block still mess with them. I got relatives that claim both sides. I'm not going to tell you who, but I got a real close relative to me that claims Zilla, two relatives, and I got a nephew and someone else that claims gutter gas. So I'm what it do, Big Lou Jr. Hey man, what you have any X-rated stories? I'm gonna answer all these questions. A lot of them COs are dogs or family. Oh, yeah, bro. Let me answer this to you. So what it do, Big Lou? So yes, I was gonna touch on that. Most of the COs there are Mexican and they are from Fresno. Believe that. That's why the Fresno car had everything there, and that's why they didn't break up fights and riots to let them handle their business. But you're right. A lot of the COs, they're females and males and free staff, are from Fresno. So yeah, you're right about that, buddy. Do I know Mexicans? Are you talking about my cousin Gary Miguel? That's my cousin, my first cousin. Mexicans is my first cousin. If that's who you're talking about, he is my first cousin. He is a rider for reals, but he's not a Crip. He used to be a Crip. He's a Northerner. He goes by Gangster now. If that's who you're talking about, he became a Northerner out of Hawaii when he first went to the pen. His brother Tony was a Northern, and so was our uncle. So he chose to go Northern route. I never switched up. I always been a Crip. They let it go. So Drew, did they let it go? I wasn't there long enough to find out, but they didn't let it go because after I left, the Southsiders took off on the Bulldogs. And my understanding is, talking to L from A Prisoner's Awakening, it was the third incident with the Bulldogs. The Northerners came out, they took off on the Bulldogs, then we took off on the Bulldogs, then the Southsider took off on the Bulldogs. So I think they sent all the Bulldogs to 8-yard when I left. That's my understanding. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. Question, sir. What names? What homies? Let me see what this is. What homies do you know from the Gardens, 5, 7, and younger? I know all of them. I know the Savalas, David, Eddie, Joe. I know the Labas, Eddie, Larry, Shotgun, Troy Rodriguez, Henry. I know all the Garden boys. Everyone that's 45 and up, I know them all. I was talking about the CO. Yeah. Hey, Droops. I know you was talking about the COs. Most of them are from Fresno, bro. And they was getting their money too. Yes, I know that. Did you see the homies who rap Smig Dirty? That's the homie's son. Come up in the garden. Did you? Okay, so T Nutty's dad, Ty, that's my homie. He's from 24th Street. His mom and my mom lived a block away from each other since we was little kids. So I watched T Nutty grow up. I watched my little brother went to school with his auntie Tammy. I've been knowing T Nutty since he was a baby. So yeah, I've been knowing T Nutty. As far as Smig Dirty, Looney Coleon, he was up under my label. Luna was up under my label. Sav Sick is Michael Caraway, Big No Love son. And Big No Love, I've been knowing. He was actually one of the very first rappers from Sacramento. Big No Love, he was in a group called Triple Threat 3 when I was 13 years old. So I don't know Bleezo at all. I know who Smig Dirty is. Looney Coleon, I have personal, me and my bro ran AWOL Records back in the days. So Looney Coleon was up under us. Then he made the song about my brother. It's called FS. Go check it out. It's talking hella shit about my brother, about all kind of shit. But yeah, I haven't even heard about Looney Coleon. I know he don't live in Sac no more. Did they go to cool? Some of those cats didn't. They go bad. Raymond M, most of them did. Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat their names, but you hit that nail on the head. Almost all of them did. Who is this? What it do, Big Lou? Did he got shot by some Southsiders Mexicans? He told me his brother shot word to him, no more cripping, but to roll with the homies. He's a cool cat, no doubt, facts. Mexicans ain't been shot by the homies. His brother got shot. His brother died. No, I think he got stabbed on a corner downtown. I don't think he got shot. But you're talking about Tony. Tony McGill. That's his older brother. Him more cripping, but to roll. So Gary McGill, Mexicans, you know, you can't say nothing bad about him at all. I mean, he was approached by our uncles, his brother, and our cousins about the same time I was approached at DVI about being a Crip. And they had more influence over him than me. I always went against the grain, so I just never switched up. But Gary, he had reason to. He went to be a Northerner. He's been a Northern ever since. You're right, Big Lou. Big Lou, hey, are you from Southside Park, homie? Is that the Big Lou I know from Southside Park? The one that was in Tracy and Esau with me? Used to cut hair? Cool, some of those cats. Didn't they go back? Yeah, you're right. Mexico said that Sereno shot him at a park. Are you talking about his brother or shot him? I haven't heard about that, and I've been out 4.5 years, bro. Yeah, I know Nate Dogg. Okay, so I've been wanting to answer this question. Is Rocket Lope mentality retarded? I don't know Rocket Lope. I heard about Rocket Lope and seen his videos when I was in prison. Never heard of this cat. I think he's a walk-on. He's like a mascot from 29th Street. He don't live here no more. So to me, he's a J-Cat, bro. That's all I can say about Rocket Lope. I never met him. I just seen his videos. He just pulled up on me last week. Who just pulled up on you last week? Gary McGill? Wait. You know Nate Dogg. Oh, Nate Dogg just pulled up on you? Nate Dogg. Oh, is that right? Hey, Big Lou. Hey, man, you didn't answer my question. The Beat back in the 80s. Yeah, I used to go to the Beat. I used to ride my motorcycle up to the Beat. James. Damn, you must be my age or older, homie. Do you remember this club on 29th Street called The Beat? Back in the 80s, it was on 29th Street and Flora Road where I think it's a Church's Chicken there now, right across the street, or a pizza parlor. Yeah, I remember The Beat. Me and my bro used to go up there. Who is this? Shootout to SSP, the good homies to Saves. Oh, shout out to the SSP, the good homies. What's up, Raymond M? Southside Park, huh? Yeah, my cousins are from there, the Andrades. Matthew, Bo, Joe, they're from Southside Park. Do you remember this club? Oh, is that the same Mexicuz that Sibo shouted out in his songs? There's only one Mexicuz, and that's my little cousin, Josh Norris. Okay, so you said if you could throw an X-rated story one time. So I've been knowing X-rated before he went to prison. And then, of course, since he's been home, I stopped in Vegas. Me and the person I went down there with, he picked the person I went down there up because I had flew to Dallas. No, I had flew to Atlanta. And the person I went with got COVID. This is right when COVID hit, and she had got COVID. So X-rated came to the airport and picked her up. Then when he came to the Bay Area 2 years ago, I took my son to his concert. And, I heard there was a Vadio Florin Boys back in the day. Florin Boys? So, yeah, X-rated, me and him are, we communicate pretty much. So I don't want to expose nothing what's coming up, but you'll be hearing from X-rated. Just put it like that. You'll be hearing from him. I can't say so much for Sibo, but you'll be hearing from X-rated. I heard there was a lot. Florin Boys. Oh, you're talking about the Carrot Tracks over there on Florin and Power Inn? Yeah, I got family over there. Mackie and Sammy and the Gonzaleses. I'm high. Excuse the misspelled words, Raymond M. Yeah, so I don't think they're called the Florin Boys, though, but I know about the neighborhood. I'm about to move back up to Sac from Oakland. What part do you suggest? So, bro, I lived in Oakland. I was on the run in Oakland for a year, West Oakland. And I also stayed at the Days Inn on Hagenberger for like 6 months, down the street from the Crab Shack by the airport. Me and Sibo, Yuck Mouth, and my brother T. We stayed down there for my brother was on the run for almost 5 years down there. Okay. I'm high school. I heard there was a audio flowing, boys. Damn, I already been on here 40 minutes. I've been answering all kind of questions. I was gonna get into content, but I'm not gonna do that. There ain't no time for that. Do you come up with Brother Lynch and talk hand? So Brother Lynch is younger than me. I know his cousins very well, Big Q Ball and Emil, but I never really interacted with Brother Lynch, to be honest with you. I seen Brother Lynch up at Cedric Singleton Black Market a couple times. Freeport, yes. I'm very familiar with Freeport. They're a very confined hood, and they dude over there, they main dude over there, that's my homie. He's called the General, and we was in prison together, and he is their hood is very, very small. So you got to understand, when you got a small hood, they're with the business. What's the good part of SAC right now? So if you want to move to SAC and you don't want to be in the mix, homie, and you want to stay out the way, I suggest you go to Sunrise, Greenback, or Roseville. South SAC and North SAC right now is crazy. So that's what I suggest. If you don't want to be in the crossfire of anything right now, summertime. You got to understand, summertime, it's a lot of shit out here. So if you're older and you don't want to be in the shit, I would move way out to Citrus Heights or to Roseville. Do you know Big Cadillac Tone recipes when he was? Yeah, Cadillac Tone was the homie, man. And he's 1 year older than me. Let me see, 53. He would be 54 right now. His brother Meech and his brother Doc, they're way down south right now. But yeah, Cadillac Tone got killed right down the street from where my mom lives in Danger Island Apartments, man. And the dude that did it is still alive. He got shot in his eye in his face with a shotgun. He got one eye. He's from Oak Park. But that was early 80s. That was in the 80s, bro. What's up with Shakalo? Okay, I always take my fam to the West Wind Drive-In. The West Wind Drive-In. You talking about our Bradshaw? Bro, you go to Burbank or Orgonaut, right behind Bowling Alley. Okay, so I got an extraordinary story about this. Rave it in. In the 7th grade, I went to John Steele. That's when we started 29th Street at John Steele Junior High School. 8th grade, I went to John Steele. Then for summer school, I went to Burbank, and I got kicked out of Burbank because I got in a fight with these. We was riding with the Vietnamese back then, and one pulled a pencil out on me and tried to stab me with a pencil, and I beat him with a bat. So they wouldn't let me go to Burbank when the school year started. So I had to use my grandmother's address, and I went to McClatchy. I got kicked out of McClatchy, and they sent me to Lincoln. Power in billiards. Damn, who said that? Take my fam. Power in billiards. Power in billiards was a gang bang billiards, bro. That thing is tore down. It's gone. It's been gone. There was several shootings, several stabbings. That place was dangerous. That was our hangout. That was 29th Street. It was in Elder Creek, though. It was in the Creek Mob neighborhood. Have you ever seen any of the streets in the Gardens beef or fall out, or y'all always been together? 29th Street in the Gardens? Nah, they're like our allies, bro. 29th Street in the Gardens used to be our allies, like really our ally. You know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something. A lot of the cats from the Gardens used to be Crips from 29th Street. I'm gonna tell you that now. What's up, Joe? Bust you out like that. Have you ever seen any of the street? Damn it. 47th across from Campbell's Drive in. That was called the Skyview Theater. I mean, the Skyview Drive-In, homie. It wasn't called 47 across. You remember? Oh yeah, it was called the Skyview. We used to sneak in there across from Campbell's Soup. Have you ever seen any of the streets? They have power to builders. So, okay, let me answer this. I gotta go up. Shakalo. So Shakalope got out, I think 5 years ago. And man, I'm getting all these texts. Shakalope, I believe, is back in jail. But I don't know what for. I can't answer that. He paroled from Susie's house, Susanville. Is K Street State Theater is gone. It's a church now. Daniel Gonzalez. Is K Street dead now that the shooting happened? So I only go downtown when I go do estimates, bro. I don't go to clubs no more. When I first came home, I was always down there going to clubs, but now I'm so busy. I don't really go downtown during the nighttime, especially after that shit happened. What is this shit? I don't want to answer this right now. But yeah, downtown is a hotbed. There was another shooting out there 2 weeks ago. The State Theater is K Street dead now. Start 21st and it was all the same hood, just different streets. So Josh Norris. So basically, 29th Street started in 1983. 24th Street started right after that. And then 21st Street started a few years after that. But we're all from the Gardens. And there's sometimes there's conflict between hoods. You guys know how that is. But we're all basically one hood. How can you say that? We're all from the same area, but there's 24th Street goes down, and 29th Street is off of Meadowview. But 21st Street, you go down and make a left. You make a right to go to 29th Street. So 24th Street is the main hub. 24th Street and Meadowview is like our main cross street right there. And right down the street, TV was C-Lope and High Desert VR. C-Lope just hopped out the shower. I didn't hear. Big Lou, you didn't hear what I asked? Are you the Big Lou I know from Southside Park, bro, that was in Tracy with me? Used to cut hair in Esau. Is that the Big Lou that I think it is? I need to know that, homie. Me and you had a good rapport in Tracy. 24 is 23. Come on. Is it true that GBC ran the whole South Side in the 80s? Well, in the 80s, who asked that? GBC ran the whole. So when we started our hood, there wasn't no Meadowview Bloods. Meadowview Bloods came later on. So South Sac was considered Crips, 29th Street. And before we was Crips, they was dog catchers. And Oak Park used to be Funk Lords. I drove all around South Sac when I lived out there. The only ghetto looking area was Oak Park. Wait a minute. Wait, I got. So obviously, you didn't go to CB Circle, New Halvisha, Twin Pines, Clark Gables. You didn't go to you wasn't going in the right places if you think Oak Park. Oak Park don't even look like a grimy ass hood no more. It got palm trees in the middle of the street. It looks like. Yeah, Oak Park don't look like that no more, VC, at all. It looks like a suburban area. Because, them are all Victorian homes. It used to be all white people in Oak Park back in the days. CB Circle, the brick projects. Yep. That's where my dad grew up at, CB Circle. 6'8", LaCreta is ghetto. Yeah, 6'8", and LaCreta is ghetto as a motherfucker. There was a lot of shootings over there. That's ghetto. We used to be over there. I appreciate you guys' support, all your support. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to this channel and shared it, can you please do so? I got all these people in here. I got 30 people in here right now, and I don't have, how many likes do I have? You guys hit that like button. Hit that like button. Oak Park had a bunch of crackheads when I used to take my son to football. What year was that? Well, Oak Park, they was every hood had crackheads, but Oak Park had a lot of them. But they used to sell a lot of crack. The older, I'm home too old to be out there on the streets, but downtown soccer was cool. Walking with my mom and grandma, going to Woolworths, the end of the cathedral. Hey, homie, that's crazy. I used to go with my grandma to the Woolworths and eat chicken, And I used to go to the cathedral with her. That's crazy when I was young. That's crazy you said that. That was many moons ago. The cathedral had the green carpet in there, huh? And used to go to confession with the green booths, the wooden booths. Any LA cast influenced the Garden or other red, blue rags out there? Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. Where's that question at? Did any LA cast influence the Gardens or other red, blue rags out there? Yes. Pomona specifically, 456 Pomona. Two brothers came out here and they didn't start Oak Park, but they started Bloods 456. And of course, from the Gardens, we had a cat, Big G Man, come from LA, him and his brother. And that's who basically, I know I'm gonna get feedback on this from people from my hood, but G Man was the first one out here cripping. Big G Man, George Mims. And he came from East Coast. All you guys want to know about. Any more stories about Big Cisco? So Big Cisco called me yesterday. I'm trying to get his books lined up to put on here. But check this out. Saturday, I got a cat coming on here. He's an author, but he's just getting out of prison right now. He's at a halfway house. He's from New Jersey, but he his name is Mark Bowers. He got 5 books. I got his books in my emails right now. He's coming on here. He's at a halfway house. He just did 20 years for robbing a armored car in Atlanta. And he's getting out right now. He's at a halfway house, and I'm going to interview him and put all his books on here Saturday. But Big Cisco, I mean, I could have him on here anytime I want. If you guys want Big Cisco on here again, Big Cisco's a cool-ass dude, man. And he's been around as long as me almost. And so he knows the history of our neighborhood. My lips are chapped as hell. Who is this? Sarah Garcia. Do I have a girlfriend and am I married? I answered that earlier. Any more stories about Big Cisco? Is VGS still active out there? I got a lot of good homies from out there. So, okay, VGS. So the Gardens are divided in 2 right now. You got Meadowview North Innos and you got the Gardens, and they're funking. They've been funking. So there is active Northerners from the Gardens, and there's active Northerners from Meadowview, but there's a lot of degenerates too. But that's all I can say on that. Lynch. What do you want to know about Lynch? I don't really have no really run-ins with Lynch. No, sir. Wrong, Big Lou, brother in the joint. I'm known as Tito. I'm from Tracy, but mucho gusto. Oh, okay. So you know Shotgun from Tracy, homie? Big Shotgun? That's the only person I know from Tracy, and a bunch of COs. Austin and Blasting Jim. Boricua. Oh, you're Puerto Rican. Tito. You guys still ain't hitting that like button, man. You guys are not liking this. What's going on here? There you go. Smash that like button. Smash that share button. And if you haven't already subscribed, smash that subscribe button, man. It's free. It's free. It's supporting my channel. I told you guys last week that my editor moved to Reno on me. So my videos, So my videos, my earlier videos ain't been edited. All my content, these are live. I'm not doing these ahead of time. Everything I get on here doing this is live. Even my interviews. I don't do pre-interviews. If someone wants to be interviewed and I screen you, I don't do pre-interviews. We just go straight live and we get to talking. And that's what I do. I don't do no pre stuff. All this stuff is really live that I'm doing. Everything I do is live. I don't like doing segments and then going through them and then cutting shit out. They're live, so they're authentic that way. When you came up, was there ever a time that you were not sure if you wanted to be a Crip or Northerner? Hey, Josh. So let me tell you this, bro. Let me answer this question truthfully to you. So, when I say my uncles, I'm talking about my uncles. My dad was married to somebody, and all her brothers were like Northerners, and all my cousins were Northerners. When I grew up, when I was in junior high school, I always was around blacks. There was Northerners at junior high school with me, but I always ran with blacks ever since I was a little. Even in kindergarten, my best friends were half black, Stephen and Stephen. They're Portuguese, but their daddy was black, and I just navigated. My whole street was black except my Nino that lived 2 doors down, Troy, and then I grew up with the Garden Boys that were older than me, but I always hung out with black guys. That was it. And when 29th Street became Crips, that's the natural thing for me to do because all my friends were black. We used to go down the street after school, and Tony the Tiger Lopez lives about a half a block away from where my mom lives. And he used to have us out there boxing every day after school. So that's what we did. And it was me and then a whole bunch of black guys. We'd go over there and box. So that's how I became a Crip, man. If that answers your question correctly. Y'all bang that like button one time. Good looking out, Snoopy Mac. What's up, Snoopy Mac? What Snoop is that? I know a lot of Snoops. I know Snoop from 111. They used to paint cars at DVI. Of course, I know big badass Snoop. I know that ain't him. He did LA County. I feel it. Why are they saying the North Indians are claiming blood and sap? So, okay, let me answer this. From what I know about that, is not all Northerners, but because a rapper that supposedly used to be a Northern from BC 36, that's Franklin Boulevard. He claims Zilla now. So a lot of Franklin, okay, let me tell you this. Franklin Boulevard, they're Northerners. And then Oak Park is in Franklin Hood. Like they're connected, just like the gardens are with the garden block, right? So you got a lot of Northerners over there with Zilla Cats and Oak Park Bloods, and so there is a lot of Mexican bloods. So as far as them running blood, I heard about BC 36 running blood, but I can't confirm that, man. That's the other side of town. I can't. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know for sure. Hang out in 29th Street apartments back in the days, and what homie did you hang out with? James Smith. We got to know each other for you to ask me that question because I think you know the answer to that. So back in the days, 29th Street apartments, I used to sell weed in 29th Street apartments in the first and second parking lot. And I used to hang out with Big Insane, which is my homegirl, Ernie Cadena that got killed at the park over there in Meadowview, C-Mac on 5-5. Oh, I ain't going to talk about I'll answer that in a minute, T-Money Loco. But, yeah, so I used to hang out over there with Big Poop, Barry Woods, Andre Montu, Deladier Montu, the older cats. You know what I mean? Cepeda lived over there, big maniac. Dooney lived in the apartments. The Entos lived in the apartments. But I used to sell nickel sacks of Colombian gold in them apartments when I was 14 years old. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I just talked to her today. I'm gonna get my homegirl on here. She's my age. And she's a beast. She be beating up dudes, trust me. And when you see her, you ain't gonna believe me. But if you run her name, you'll know what she's about. Big Insane Gino. I'm gonna have her on here. I'm gonna do an interview with you, baby. I know you're watching this right now. What was the weed spot back in the day? The apartment. Oh yeah, you know me because you asking questions that you already know. From Hogan to Woodbine to Florida Meadows, got a lot of family and friends. George Hudson. Oh, what's up? Is that G? What's up, George? You on my Facebook? That was the weed spot back in the day. The apartments. Yes, that was the weed spot. What do I think about C-Mac? You talking about C-Mac from 5-5 neighborhood? I think he's a J-Cat, and I think he's smart. I don't think he's smart for going to jail all the time, but I think that he's a real J-Cat, and he got a lot of followers. That's what I think about him. And I know some cats down there extorted him, and he signed a contract, but it's void now because he got a caretaker, and his caretaker wasn't there when he signed the contract. I know that much. I'm tapped in LA right now with a couple cats. When you did time, did you see the C-14 Crip and Northerners that SIBO spoke about in the past? And yeah, we used to run C-14 and CYA, 1988 and 1999, 1988 and 1989. That's what we claimed. We didn't claim we ran with the Northerners and Crips in there against the Southsiders and white dudes. What about Airport? Airport Little League? I beat them from Willow Rancho in the All-Star game. I used to pitch in at Willow Rancho in Parkway Little League, Colombian Gold. That was back in the 80s. Yeah, that was back. So Snoop. Okay, let me answer this. What's going on, brother? You ever used to be a Stockton in townhomes? I've been in townhomes, and I've been off 8th Street, and I've been in I've been all through Stockton. But matter of fact, my bro lived over there at Weston Ranch for a while. Did you ever run into Bakari Moho? Wait, Bakari. I know Bakari. Jama, right? I know a Bakari. Yeah, I know Bakari. Short, light skin with a bald head, kind of swole. Is that the Bakari you're talking about? E-Flats had the Thai weed, late 80s and 90s, best weed. You're right. Butch and the Cat Tone had the Thai weed in Woodbine. E-Flats, he has a good heart. Who has a good heart? He has a good heart. Who you talking about, T-Money Loco? Who claims Richards Boulevard? Who claims Richards Boulevard? The homeless people. That's all homeless on Richards Boulevard in the police department, homie. Dirty D. Good looking, homie. Respects to you, too. I've been on here over an hour. I remember Willow Rancho. Yeah, it's called Manuel Silver Field now. Dirty D, 80s baby for real. East Side San Ho. Hey, homie, 80s baby. So do you know Little Man and Makio and Spooky from San Ho, from Horseshoe, and Silent? I was in Y with Silent. He did my first tattoo ever. It's a cover up now. I got a dragon there now, but he put my cousin rest in peace on my arm right here at DeWitt Nelson. Silent from San Ho. Told me to story for him as a crip from Snap knocking out. Hey, Stockton. So I'm not gonna put a 10 on me, homie, but I was the first Mexican crip in the California prison system. I'm just gonna put it to you like that. And I had hella fights with Southsiders. Dirty D, 80s baby, pro from High Desert State Prison CR. I don't know if they were talking about you. I don't know who told you that. Did Stockton Rob? I'm not Stockton Rob. Did Super Cuz tell you about me from East Coast Crip, the white boy Super Cuz? I met him later. I met him in '93, but I was there already. I was there in '89. I hit DBI in '89 when we still had red and blue rays, and I had hella fights fights when I hit that yard. Not just with Southsiders, with white boys and with Northerners. Has the sets out there ever had a peace treaty or ceasefires like LA? Okay, these comments are coming too fast. Let me answer this. I just got out 2 years ago from doing a 13 piece. In High Desert, homie? You was in High Desert? So you was there with my homie Psycho. He was on CR. He just got out from doing 28 years and he's back in jail again. You know, Jingletown? Where's Jingletown at? I don't know if they were talking about you. So I'm gonna be honest with this question. Stockton. I don't know if they was talking about me. To be honest with you, I didn't have hella knockouts, but I did fight a lot when I first went to prison. I might have knocked 2 dudes out in Tracy back in the days, and one was a white boy. He was from Humboldt County, and the other was a South Sider. They jumped me, and 3 of my homies came, and then they set it up. We had fade. I could fade Southsiders in '89 in the cell. I went in the cell and faded a dude named Tiny from Florencia, big old swole, and he was half black, but he was a Southsider. And I knocked him out with his toilet. I hit his head on the toilet, but I didn't have hella knockouts. But I used to fight a lot back then, bro. Were you ever in your past a Norteño, and do you know Nate 916? I was never a Norteño, homie, and I get that question all the time. My whole family's Norteños. I've always been a Crip since 1983. To answer your question, never switched up. Never went to Y. Went to all the prisons. I've been to 17 prisons, bro, in California. Jimmy Jeans recipes. Jimmy, that's the homie. Yeah, I know Jimmy Jeans. Who's asking that? James Smith. You keep asking intel questions. You must be from the hood, James. Because you keep asking. You've been around a long time to bring that name up. He's been gone a long time. I got nothing but love for the NS Northside Gangster Crip from Stockton and Garden Block Crips. Crips as a northerner from Lodi. Oh, you from Woodbridge, B? My co-defendant, the female's from Woodbridge. The one I committed the bank robberies with in Washington, bro. You might know her. Look at my segment. My earlier the video I put up earlier, I got a picture of her on the thumbnail. She's from Woodbridge, bro. Her name's Vanessa Molina. She was my co-defendant. She robbed 4 banks for me in Washington. And did the time and got me off. She's out now, though. She lives not too far from me. East Oakland. East Oakland in the house. That one was my stomping ground in 2001. I got nothing but love. What's the main food you miss from prison? Hey, bro, let me tell you something. VC. So I actually put a video up when I first started my channel of how to make a prison burrito, man, but I took it off. I'm going to redo it. But yeah, I'm going to tell you, hey, Victor Pearson, I'm going to answer that in a minute. If you know this guy, I want you to tap in. But the main food I miss in prison is my sweet and sour. I used to make a sweet and sour bowl with meat logs and with noodles and rice. That's the main food I miss. I had it out here twice. Okay, I got to answer this. Hey, Victor Pearson, are you from Dago, bro? Do you know any neighborhood 40s down there? I need you to know Nogales. Yeah, I know Rah, Big Rah, Lil Rah. I know everybody from Nogales. Big Scoob. I know everyone from Nogales. Not everyone, but people 30 on up. I know Nogales is a small hood, and they put it down. Sweet and sour is fire. You're right. Yeah, I was in the pen with a lot of people from Dago, bro. And I got a story to tell about that, too. I already touched bases on it the other day, but I'll tell you guys now about that. Nogales, sweet, sour, fire. Nate Dogg's your guy. Hey, why don't you, hey, Droop Dog, why don't you give Nate Dogg my hookup, bro? And I want to tap in with him. Okay. Hey, Damu Robbins. So B-Dub raised me. Barry Woods raised me. His daddy and my mama lived one street over from each other. He's older than me. I can tell you this. He's on his way home. He's in Solana right now. That's what I can tell you about B-Dub. C-Money, C-Mo, I don't fuck with him, bro. I'm just going to leave it at that. Big Scoob is rest in peace. That was the homie. He's resting in peace right now. But the persons I talk to that you mentioned right now, Simo came home for a couple months after doing all that time, and he's back on another charge, a life sentence charge, him and his son. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Me and Simo don't click at all. If you know what I mean. If you was in what was you at? If you was in Salinas with Simo, then you know his character, right? So you know why I don't fuck with him. Oh, you know why? You know why? Okay. He was in Donovan with me, put it like that. I got in a fight with a Skyline Blood down there, and the Skyline was in his building on me. And it yeah, you know why. He's a coward, straight up. Simo ain't cool. He's a real weirdo. My hookup through Instagram is, I gotta look at it. Shit, I be forgetting. I ain't gonna lie. My hookup through Instagram is King Soldier Slim Snoop from Gardens. Soldier Slim Snoop. Who is that? I don't know. He must be a youngster. So my Instagram is King, all lowercase, and then the dash thing at the bottom, then the dash thing at the bottom, great dash thing at the bottom one. So it's King the Great One with all lowercase and lowercase dashes. That's my Instagram. My Facebook is oh shit. My little cousin hit me. My Facebook, I'll be forgetting all this shit. To be honest, Danny King Barrows. And the reason why my real name ain't on my Facebook, if you guys are gonna question that, you mean Big Griff from the Heights? What it do, Big Lou? He's from the Heights. He got a half an ear. He used to be hella swole. I know Big Griff good and his brother Troy. Okay, I gotta answer some of these questions. But yeah, so back to my Facebook account. So I made my Facebook in 2012 in prison. So I never changed my name, and I couldn't use my new name because I was in prison. So my name on Facebook is Danny King Barrows, Barros. That's my mom's maiden name. You have any YouTube channel? Okay, let me answer this. White Mexican Crip who was rapping with Big Gunplay. Hold on, let me answer this first. Okay, Stockton. You have any YouTube channels you would link up and chop up game with? I just did an interview with Blood on the Razor Wire TV, and it went viral, 10,000 views in like a week. His name is Chad. Check him out. He got a book out. He did a lot of Fed time. His Blood on the Razor Wire TV. He's from New York. I've had channels tap in and want me to do interviews, and they want to come on my channel. But as you know, they're most of them are ex-Northerners and ex-Southerners, and I know a couple of them from prison, and we'll just leave it at that. I haven't decided if I'm going to get on their channels or I'm not going to have them on my channels though. I would say I'm going to guess down 25. What? 25? You know. Snoop Loke is white from 2-9. Oh, I know who Snoop. I don't know. I never met Snoop Loke, but I heard of Snoop Loke. He raps, right? Check your Instagram, and I just sent you a request. All right, I'm gonna do that in a minute. Go on, Gunners Collective. He hella funny. Started just like you. So Gunners Collective. I'm not a comedian channel, homie. I'll leave it at that. I watch Gunners Collective sometimes. He's what year was I at Donovan? I was at Donovan in 2013 or 2014, and I got in a major fight there, bro. I was the phone man up there. I had all the phone and all the weed in Donovan. I hit when the girl that robbed the banks got out of prison in Washington. She flew out there and brought me 30 phones, and she walked across the border because, as you know, Donovan is right next to the border, the Tijuana border. She walked into Mexico and walked 3 miles and dropped 30 phones off in a fucking duffel bags with cans of tobacco to the ranch, and we got it in where we was at. So yeah, I was balling phones. I made more money at Donovan than any prison I was at. I got in a fight with a dude named Mohammed from Skyline there, bro. And it was a good ass, a very good fight. I'm gonna show you guys a write up on that. We took I had 3 broken ribs from the police. They hit me like 16 times because we wouldn't stop with the Billy Club and sprayed all this mace on us, bro. You need to holler at Dirty Weather 916 and Nate Dogg. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at Nate Dogg. I don't know who Dirty Weather. I know his channel, but I don't know him. I watch Blood Good Show. Or the Northgate Crips. They got Northgate Crips, Babyface? Babyface Lokester Keyway. I don't know who Northgate Crips are, and I just, I be in Northgate a lot, but I don't know about no Northgate Crips. I mean, I never even heard that. Northgate is mostly Mexicans, and the Heights is right next to it. When you were active, did you ever have like an arch rival or enemies in the streets? Hey, bro, check this out. When you were active. So what do you mean by when I was active? I never went to the other side. A lot of people got the misconception about Crips and Bloods. When I came home, I paroled from an active yard. I never PC'd up, went to S&Y, none of that shit. But when I came home, I had another agenda to do, raise my grandkids and my kids. So I never dropped off. I still talk to my homies. C14 or the Northgate Crips. Yeah, I met some back in the day, like late. Yeah, I don't know who that is, Babyface Lokester. Josh Norris, that's a hell of a question, but I don't mind answering it. I never fell off, homie. Everybody there's a misconception. People make comments like, if you got a YouTube channel, you must be PC or degenerate. And I know a lot of people that are active with YouTube channels. C14, yeah, I met somebody. They had Northgate Crip, Sacktown Crip in the plaza. Oh, wait, you're talking about the Samoan cats in the plazas? They was from Northgate. You're talking about Big Rock and Pineapple. Well, Pineapple's from 29th Street. You talking about Westgate Crip, homie. You ain't talking about Northgate Crip. You talking about Westgate Crip. Yeah, that's not Northgate Crips. That's Westgate. That's out there though, but they was called Westgate Crips. That's where Big Crazy was originally from. Victor Pearson, you was on 1 yard at Donovan? What year? Wait, 1 yard? That's the only main line there, right? I think that's where I was at. They got a EOP building, building 5 or building 1. Oh, wait a minute. I'm from San Diego, cuz West Coast. I know Mohammed. Okay, Mohammed from Skyline. If you're in contact with that cat, ask him about me. We had a fight right in front of the gate to go to R&R to get my package. He was in the EOP building. I was out on their yard getting my package. And we had a good ass fight, bro. We was both fucked up. But we didn't really get fucked up from each other. We didn't never fall down, but we got fucked up. I got pictures of my injuries because I had a phone in the cell and I had broken ribs, my knee was fucked up, and my arm was dislocated. The police fucked us up, bro. We wouldn't stop. No, they said they from Northgate Crip. No, I don't know who that is, bro. I know Westgate Crip. Okay, let me answer this. I meant when you were younger, banging on the street, big homie, not your prison stuff or nothing like that. Back in the days, who were my rivals? Yeah, Cadillac Apartments is off Stockton Boulevard. Yeah, Chad Marks. Back in the days, who were my rivals? So back in when we first started, it was only 29th Street Crips, Oak Park Bloods, and Del Paso Heights. There was no Meadowview. There was no Valley High. All these other gangs came afterwards. So Meadowview became our enemies, but we grew up with them cats. So to be honest with you, Oak Park Bloods was our only enemies back in the days. And then we went to jail and stuff, Del Paso Heights, but they're way on the other side of town. Cadillac Apartments. Them were my stomping grounds back in the day. I used to sell dope out of Cadillac Apartments. A lot of Creek Mob niggas was over there. Yeah, Chad Marks. I did a interview with him, I think a week ago, and on the GRB channel, and the message is there for sure, no doubt, facts. Yeah, I did a interview with Chad. He been tapping in with me all the time. He wants to do a second interview. I'm debating that right now. I got a lot of stuff going on right now in my life, not just on this YouTube shit. So I can't even lie to you, homie, about 24th Street. Or 21st Street came a few, like about maybe 5, 6, 7 years later after 29th Street. Rental Way, Meadowview area. You know any old Sassoon Crips? I lived in Sassoon for a minute. My boy had a clothing shop there, Keith. Little gangbang clothing shop, hip hop shop in Sassoon. 24th Street, I believe if I gotta ask an individual about 24th Street, but I believe B-Dub started 24th Street in 1985 when he got out of Soledad. Maybe it might have been 84, but I believe it was 85. He got out of Soledad and he started 24th Street. Barry Woods did. And another individual, he's no longer around. I'm not going to mention him. He wasn't even from Sat, but he started 24th Street with Big B-Dub. Like anybody who you as you seen him or he seen you, it was on like tit for tat. What? I don't get that, Josh Norris. Like anybody who you as you seen him or he seen you, it was on like tit for tat. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about you must be talking about I don't know who you're talking about. Maybe Muhammad? No, you ain't talking about Muhammad, because that was Victor Pearson. Let me see up here. I gotta go back. Victor Pearson, do you know me? Do you know me from Donovan? 1 yard ain't that's the only mainline yard there, and then the whole, because everything else was S and Y, bro. I think I was on 1 yard. 1 yard was the only fucking mainline yard there, GP yard. I was at the water park yesterday, and Deuce got that Playboy bunny glasses on him now. Oh yeah, the rider dudes, that little organization. Me and that dude that started that, we really had funk back in the day, bro. Like really funk over some. Yeah, look at my my little spill on that cat. I'm not even gonna say his name on here. Hey, Victor Pearson, if you was on 1 yard with me at Donovan, why don't you tap in, man, on my Instagram? I gotta see who you are, because everybody knew me there. Everybody in that I got there and there was nobody from Sac there. Then my homie G-Man came and another cat from Oak Park came, and then a white Crip from San Jose came. Ooh, that's a hell of a question right there. Do you still function with Norteños? Raiders SK. SKO. Is that Sac Kings or does that mean something else, Raiders? Do I function with Norteños? Norteños? I told you my whole family's Norteños. So, I mean, yeah, I fuck with all the Norteños that are active. Now, this question from VC. CML or Mozzie? Damn. So they're both excellent rappers. I'm gonna put it like that. Do I navigate towards one or the other more so? I like both their music, and I support both their music. As far as their beef is concerned, that has nothing to do with me. This day, when I'm 53 years old, I talk to a lot of people from Oak Park, like a lot of people, and they're my age, and I'm cool with Oak Park now. We're grown men now. I don't have no enemies from enemy hood that I used to have beef with no more. I'm tapped in with the Heights and Meadowview and Oak Park. How did Jimmy Jeans die? What happened? James Smith. Bro, you know, because you got to be from the hood asking me these questions, bro. You know how he died. He got shot by an LA cat, bro. You know how Jimmy Jeans died? Because you asking inside questions like you already know the answers to that, trying to figure out if I know the answers to that. And you know I know the answers to that if you know who I am. So Jimmy Jeans got killed by 1 or 2 LA cats. And me and Big J Dog, Jason White, blended them at Vacaville. The dudes that did it, we blended them at Vacaville. It was one dude that I knew about back in the late 80s or some shit like that. This man's name was out there, real talk, from the Boulevard Soccer home. Let me see who this is. Raymond M. Or some shit like that. Or some shit like that. This man's name is out there. Yeah, I don't live up to that shit no more, Raymond. But yeah, I was in prison doing my thing, bro. And in CY. Well, CYA, I had 3 fights at DeWitt Nelson, and I stabbed a Southsider there. That's why I got sent to prison. One of my North Day cousins was there, and he was on the lever. And I got in a fight in my building. They sent me to his building for lockup, Tahoe building. No, I was on Lassen. Wait a minute. I was on Modoc. I was on Plumas. And I got in a fight with a Bay cat named Busy B. And they sent me to my cousin's lockup in DeWitt Nelson. When I got there, he was on the level because he wouldn't fight these Southsiders. So he brought me some boots, and I ended up stabbing a Southsider from White Fence. How you get swole in prison with no protein powder? I'm not swole, my dude. What you talking about? You remember Bay Loke from San Diego, Rolling Bay? No, but I know. Where is that cat from San Diego? I got some questions for him. Where's he at? That Sac don't consider himself as the Bay. We're not the Bay, homie. Sac ain't the Bay Area. We're an hour and a half away from the Bay. We fuck around in the Bay, though. Bay Loke from San Diego. I don't know Bay Loke. Wait, Bay Loke was in New Folsom? Dark skin? Is that who you're talking about? He ran the whole San Diego car, if that's the Bay Loke I'm thinking of. Babyface Loke still. You know OG Man and Vamp Dog from 29th Street. Come on, man. You really asked me that? I just talked about G-Man. G-Man in the wheelchair. That's the only dude I call my big homie. Big G-Man, George Mims. That's the only cat from my hood I call big homie. He's in down the street in Stockton Hospital right now. He got a life sentence. He got life without the possibility of parole, bro. He got an LWOP. And y'all know Vamp too. I know anyone from 29th Street or 24th Street. How you get sworn in prison? Yeah, 1 yard is the only main yard. Yeah, I was in 1 yard, Victor Pearson. General question. I only been to county. How you get swole without the protein? Bro, push-ups and dips. Yeah, I know him, bro. And the name really, Babyface. The name really didn't click on me, but I do know him from New Folsom, bro. And he's a militant ass dude, and he's very strict with his rules. When I got to New Folsom, we was on lockdown for a riot. But I know who he is. He was in my building. He was in building 1. If it's the same guy, he's dark skinned. He got not real good skin, and he's real quiet. Is that the dude you're talking about? But hey, do you know Don Diego? I gotta ask you about something, but I really don't want. Well, I could ask you online. Fuck it, I could ask you live. I'm not hiding nothing. If you know Don Diego, you know Clack, Chrissy Clack, the white girl that was married to Don Diego, right? Don Diego's a known name in San Diego, bro. CeeLo. Don Diego's out. Yep, Don from LPB. You know him, so you know his wife, Chrissy, right? Why don't you tap in with Chrissy, man, and ask her about me? I had her running wild down there. I had Chrissy Platt running wild, homie. She be pimping. She's a white girl. She got a hell up. Building 3. You was in Building 3? Oh, in 2012? Oh, you was there with oh, Don's still in. You said Don's still in. No, Bayloke is out. Hey, why don't you give Bayloke my Instagram, man? Tell him to tap in. Okay, hey, Victor. I was on 1 Yard, Building 3, 2012. So you was there with the dude named Ryder from Watergate, right? And you was there with the big swole dude from he was a blood from Dago, and he ran the car. It started with the M. Sacramento County Jail, as fun as they make it look on TV. Did you and Sibo come up together? Bro, I did so many segments about this. Sibo's mom and my mom lived across the street from each other from when he was 7 or 8 years old, bro. I've been knowing Sibo since he was a kid. Sean Thomas, his sister Sheila, his sister Pam, his brother Alan, his brother Miko. I've been knowing them since they was 8, 7, 6 years old. His mom and my mom were very good friends. His auntie Puddin'. I know his stepdaddy Sonny. I know them all. They used to live across the street from my mom. Okay, now these questions. Marcus from the first. Marcus Johnson. Yeah, I know him very well. I know his mama. Marcus was my bunkie in Solano in 2001. Marcus dark skin. Yeah, I know Marcus very good from the first. Okay, John Doe. You got a name like John Doe. So you're asking me questions, who's a knockout artist from Garden Block. So this got to be somebody that really knows me just to see if I know. Or they want to see if I'm going to give them credit for being a knockout artist. The knockout artist from Garden Block. B-Dub, Dooney, Freddie T, I don't want to say that name. One Hitter Quitters. Lil Cisco. Big Cisco. It's several of them, homie. He out now. Who's out now? Is Sibo really that gangster? Whack Deuce, baby face. Sup, cuz. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see this. Is Sibo really that gangster? It depends on who's looking at him. So you know how Sibo got his name? Yeah, that's my brother, bro. That's my brother. Babyface Losa, that's my brother. Yeah. I won't get into that, but that's my brother. We will raise each other. I was there when AWOL started. You remember a nigga named Mike D? I'm sure Big Rich. Yeah, I know Mike D hella good. Mike D paints cars and used to try to box. I know Mike D. Whack. Who said whack? Oh, no. I'm thinking about another whack from Seaside. He kills 25 dudes per what? Good looking Droops. Who are you talking about? He kills 25 dudes per don't. I don't understand that. Per song? Oh, you talking about SIBO? SIBO's not a pump. Oh shit, my battery's going dead. I've been on here too long. I gotta go, y'all. If y'all haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back on here tomorrow. My camera's about to go dead. It's been on for a long time. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for the support. Like, subscribe the button. Hit that like and subscribe button, and definitely hit that share button. I'm in this broadcast right now. I'm gonna come back on here and answer y'all questions though.